welcome back to Backstage at Armadillo Underground. My name is Jake. I'm with Armadillo Studios, and right now I am honored to be with the band that is known as Good, all caps period, formerly briefly known as Bussin' For Real, and Good Derek. I don't know if that's too deep of a cut to start the interview off.
Not deep enough, baby.
Not deep enough. Okay.
Not deep enough.
That's the challenge.
Well, Sean, it just didn't work out. It's just not the right fit. It's just one of those things. Really. But
still doing that accent? Why the fuck are you still doing that accent? You're not British. You're from Lubbock.
Excuse me. Oh.
How are y'all? Y'all are looking
Good.
really cool.
Thank you. I wanted to offer you something.
Oh.
In case you wanted to feel in the club.
Yeah, we're in this now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We unlocked another level of Backstage.
Nice.
Let's kick things off. I interviewed Clutter, the band Clutter, before this. That was like almost a whole year ago. That is a band that includes Mr. Luke Nino and Mr. Luis Parra.
Yep.
And Luke and Luis, y'all go back a long time. Y'all played in a band called Fourth Time Around. Is that sort of the genesis of everything? Is that how Good kind of came to be? Tell me the story, the history.
It actually goes back further than that. Luke and I met, I was 12, and Luke was 13. We sat next to each other in band. I played trombone and Luke played bari sax, and I annoyed him for hours at a time, and it was great. And we just started writing things for the marching band, in the stands and stuff like that, and just playing guitar together. And when I graduated, he asked me to join the band that he was playing with, The Questions, before Fourth Time Around. And I jumped in there, I played bass, and then I moved. And when I came back, we changed it to Fourth Time Around, and we played for a few years. And Skylar moved to McKinney in 2017. And when that happened, we were still getting booking emails, and I was in charge of that. So we got an offer for a show at Valentino's in January of 2017. And I took it and just threw a group together because I knew Luke was already down. Our drummer at the time, Sean, would have been was down, and then we just recruited Jesse to play bass and made that show happen. Yeah.
So just out of spontaneity, Good was...
absolutely.
Y'all just that good.
Yeah, I guess. Nice. Everybody gets one.
Yeah, that's it. No more. No more after that. Yeah. So was this at Crockett High School?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's also where Vincent went to school?
Yes, I went to high school there as well.
Did y'all all hang out together? Is that how y'all knew each other?
Luke graduated by the time I was a freshman, but he was a senior when I was a freshman. And we were in band and theater together, so we spent all of that time together.
And then, so Sebastian's pretty fresh into the band. He just joined in September. Of last year.
That's right. He's new. We don't let him talk yet.
Yeah, I heard somewhere that they were looking for a new bassist. Luke here and I became Facebook friends, and the rest was history.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you end up in Austin? I know you're from South Bend, Indiana.
That's crazy. Are we having an interview with Nardwar or something? That's crazy. Yeah. Originally from South Bend, Indiana.
Yeah. What brought you here? You just were change of pace.
Yeah, change of
Hated the
pace.
snow.
Yeah. Just looking for new opportunities. I was looking for the band Good, and here I am.
Found him. Yeah.
And that's only step 2 of my plan. So watch out.
Now, here's a hard-hitting journalist interview question that I have. What do the rest of you guys think Sebastian adds to the sound of Good now that he's in the band?
He's not afraid to bring in ideas, and a lot of ideas, and they're good ideas, fortunately. It stretches our sound a bit. He's not afraid to think outside the box, and I think we're all appreciative of that. It's cool to have that on bass, as opposed to somebody who just, plays. Normal's a bad word to use, but just traditional, boring bass lines,
Okay. Yeah.
So that's a good thing that he brings.
A little experimental element to the rhythm section.
Sebastian, he's good at his instrument.
He's good at his job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what Sebi Poo brings to the fold is he's very detail oriented, and like will ask us to kind of go back into a specific section of a song to add just like one single, like there's literally a moment in one of our songs where you suggested that I just like stomp on the pedal a little earlier for that added effect, and like I just never would have thought of that. As far as like bass goes and like his playing, he's very much more into like extensions and like playing in a little more of like an ethereal way, which I think is really cool and beneficial. Yeah, but he's not afraid to like rock too, so that's cool.
The best of both worlds.
Yeah, and he looks like that. Like, look at him.
I mean, yeah, you do look really good. Like when I saw you when you walked up, I was like, damn, this guy's really fucking cool. So,
This guy's late and he's late.
well, that's the coolest thing is being late. So yeah,
That's true.
That's rock and roll, baby.
It's true.
Luis, tell me how you juggle being in this band and in Clutter, and the co-founder of Mission Control, who's putting on this event tonight along with Armadillo Studios, and being the manager of Space Goons, which is one of the largest groups in Austin with 10 members.
Right. The basic answer is very carefully. There's a lot of different things that I want to, I guess, accomplish in like a creative space. Like good is like, I've been writing songs since I was 14, so like this is like the full culmination of being able to do that for real and play shows, go on tour, hang out with my friends. And Clutter is kind of the following through of like, okay, we played with Skylar in college, like let's do this thing. And I've had conversations with Luke. It's like, do we, like, realistically, do we have time for this? And I think that the legitimate heart-to-heart consensus that we've had is it's like we're curious to see like what happens. Like the music it's interesting, you know. And yeah, I just like playing drums. And then like in terms of the other stuff, so I started managing the Space Goons because I saw them at the Underground Voices open mic, and I was at the time like running a studio, and I wanted to get into event promotion because I've been booking good for years, right? And I realized there's a kind of barrier of entry with like the local scene in general. You have to like sell a certain number of tickets for a certain price to get into these venues from another legitimate venue. But you can't get into that first legitimate venue without another one, you know? And
Gatekeeping, yeah.
so, yeah, that, and a lot of these venues don't like to just like put their trust into hip hop because it is just such an accessible genre. Like there's like 13 billion SoundCloud rappers,
Right.
and there's only 8 billion people. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't even make sense. So I realized like with the people that I already know through Good, like I could jump in and just kind of help get these rappers shows at places that they deserve to be. Because if we deserve to struggle in front of 4 people for no money, why don't they even get to struggle? You know?
They get to struggle in front of
Yeah.
4 people.
Yeah, like give them the opportunity to do that and
Yeah.
try again and again. And they're just they're just you know, they're my boys, the Space Goons. I love them, dude. Like so when Dylan and I kind of had the idea to make Mission Control a thing and help put on shows for hip hop in Austin, it was just to make sure that the like fun that we have playing with our friends and like in different bands and everything, like that we could extend that to the rest of the music scene that does exist in Austin. It just doesn't get the exposure. I juggle that with help.
Right.
Like I can always count on these guys to help me out if I can't do something. Skylar, everyone else in Clutter, like I can always count on help. And with the Space Goons and Mission Control, Dylan's there. I have help.
That's great.
It's the only way.
EHE. Everybody help everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
How do I do it? I know before we hopped into this, you said you had something to stump me.
Absolutely.
So now's your time to shine.
Well, I was in 2 other bands before I touched Fourth Time Around or The Questions. So if you can find that and put that right here, I will be very impressed.
Okay, I get my
Bro, I'll buy you dinner, for real. I'm not even joking.
a full meal. Okay.
Put it right here.
We'll see how good
Right
my
here,
homework
bro.
is. Yeah, we'll see how good. I'll show my work. Yeah. If there's anything y'all want to promote, now's the time.
Yeah, be excellent to each other. All of you, cameras.
All right. Well,
Sweet.
everybody, this has been good. All caps period. I've been Jake from Armadillo Studios. Check out Good wherever they're playing. They're always playing everywhere in the Central Texas scene. One of my favorites. I wear my heart on my sleeve for this band.
We love
Awesome.
Jake.
Yep. All right. See y'all later.